Nothing damaging to the old body from crashing the ute today. I understand that may have had an existing injury which he might have aggravated, which God knows what he's doing right now. I'd love to hear from Jeff or Lauren or anyone that can tell us an update on the Murray River Cod. Someone can message us through from our WA family. Even Heinze himself, if he can get to a phone, I don't know what they're up to, whether they are needing to do anything more at the hospital. I know that he's definitely got to be in cotton wool for a while. So let's just, thoughts and prayers that he's going to be okay. But I want to hear from someone before the end of the night how the Murray River Cod is faring after that being taken to the hospital. Okay, the second final has been determined tonight in Outlaw 275. It's a Queensland versus Victoria Camaro Mustang battle between Pazzo and the Kraken. So that is the second final, Outlaw 275. Nuns the ante against O'Carroll. They better get thrashing. All right, here we go. Jaden Seng, Ben O'Neill. Ben O'Neill, he just won't go away. He may not be 440s, but he's going to be 480s, and you know he's going to be. Jaden Seng's got power to burn. If he can keep this 235 stuck, we might see another 30-something in the 235 mark go somewhere else. Wheel stand there for the complete twice. He locks this thing up, 445. That'll do 176 mile an hour. A clean green. How's Ben O'Neill? 024. Cuts one on the kid. 093. Jaden Seng had to do it all. They had to grab the tyre. That was that little stop and grab. That's the one thing. It went 125 in the 60, so he had to stop the tyre, grab it again. So it wasn't coming out in the 1-1s on that run, Jaden Seng. It started to catch that tyre. They've got a tuning philosophy that runs with that car, and that is to catch that tyre, marry the wheel speed back up and re-engage the chat, send it out the back door if there's a scramble button on it.
Yeah, it was a quick pedal there for Sang. He still went 176 mile an hour as well.
Yeah, no, it's got some big stuff out the back end, that LS.
Well, he's the first of our drivers to get 3 wins in Outlaw 235 for Jaden.
All right, so that's going to be Jaden.
I think that gives him one spot in the final at the moment, unofficially, because the only other driver that can go 3 from 3 is this man on track, Randall Laurie.
All right, okay. We've got Matty McCandles out there. Of course, Matt McCarthy's going to put some spray in the 864 this run by the look of it. Of course, this is just what Simon O'Carroll has laying around, in the shed. Help the mates out, come and have a run. Of course, he's got another Bluebird. He's built one, Matty McCarthy, called Street Bird. It's a cranky LS in a Datsun Bluebird. Going to do drag and drive in the next couple of weeks. I think he's doing all-stars with it. So that's an interim before the Bluebird, the big billet small block Bluebird, ever comes back. Listen to the blower there. You've got to be blown to be known. He's only a couple of runs away from making this 235 ridiculously stick for us, Randall Laurie.
How's Randall Laurie? He only did 1 lap at qualifying, which was it was a nothing lap. It didn't go anywhere. And now finds him on the verge of possibly going 3 from 3 in racing.
God knows what could happen in the final just yet. Another call, OG275, OG315 to the lanes, please. 525, round 3 to the lanes. 525 to the lanes, please. OG classes to the lanes, round 3. I told you, he got it on the little tyre, he's out in front. Mr. Nuts goes 73 on a 235. I don't think he's even been that quick on a 275. 116 for Mr. Nuts on a 235. He's arrived. When you arrive on a 235, you've got to be blown to be known. And that is Mr. Nuts, one of our favourite black belt cars. 3 from 3 with a what?
473. Pretty sure that's a big PB for the team as well, that you just said. It was always a really consistent 490 car. I don't know if it dipped into the 480s, but a great run. All right, next up, Dan Swanee.
All right, Swanee.
He's scheduled for the solo pass here, so he'll go 2 from 3.
That reminds me, I think tomorrow when I'm on my way home, I'm going to stop at Chemist Warehouse, get some vitamin C. Just used to love my little vitamin C tablets. It sort of keeps the loogies away, the cold, the cough. The depression? No, Prozac for that. No.
You beat me to the joke.
Bundy. No, I'm on no medication. It's all herbal. No, it's all natural. It's all organic. Oh, Diggs. All right.
Just keep digging. Just
Keep digging. Dig a little deeper, Diggs. Should be dig a little deeper. Dig yourself a bigger hole. Dan Swanty on a solo. Hey, look, hats off. It's the last time we see the car this weekend. What a debut. He got some laps on this thing already, this thing. What a masterpiece of a car. Just worked. So 58 to finish off tonight. 58 for Swanee. 021 off the tree. God, that's impressive. I have a funny feeling some of this stuff on the back page here could be a little Orange Gemini somewhere along the mix there. I am dead set certain. Dead set certain this is
it's one of the reasons why you can't miss the presentation for a Kenda event. There's so many awards to be given out.
I mean, when you're going to make a splash, when you come into Kenda and go, I'm building a car for Kenda, and that day arrives that you're there, you've got to take it with both hands and go, I'm either going to succeed or fail. No matter which way, I'll be back to do it again because I've committed to this not for one race but for the rest. Whenever we're doing it, and maybe wherever we do it, they might just turn up yet. That's a treat for everyone. All right, guess what? We had Swanee on a solo. Who was he supposed to run, or was this going to be always a solo?
He had Riley.
All right, so no count. Oh, wouldn't that have been a race? Riley and Cortina to settle it all in the one race. It's not going to happen. It's going to have to wait for another day, but the HG gets a free hit here towards the final.
This will be a what-if day for Scotty Cortina after that first round.
Can he make the final?
No, he can't because we've got 2 drivers with 3 wins.
All right, so that's Mr. Nuts and Jaden.
Yep.
All right. So there would have been 3 potential Toowoomba cars in the final. All right, one more hit here. What will it do? He's going to send this into the 436. What an impressive performance from that car. I thought it was going to be a 32 or a 30, whatever.
His 60 foot was down a little bit because he went 114 earlier today, so that was only a 115.9.
Wow, 235 has arrived. 2026, our second Kenda of the year here in June. If you were to tell me in February, you know what, Mark, we'll be sitting here in June watching 430s from 235 cars, not just one car, not just 2 cars, but 3 completely different combinations in the one class. Mind you, 2 VKs and a HG. Fords aren't getting a look in, but hey, how impressive has that been in every facet, whether it's Cam with his 30s, Cortina's with them, and then a young kid, Jaden, gets in the middle and runs a 35 as well at 176 mile an hour in 235.
Obviously, the biggest challenge when we run the radial event in February is summer.
Yes.
It's the one thing that the radial cars despise is the heat.
You just can't get that cool enough in the Arvo, so you do get the occasional session where it just doesn't work out for everyone.
I love the fact... I love the technical side of things and the tuners and what they've got to do in those conditions because they are challenging and it really brings the forefront to the teams that are on top of their tune-ups, on top of the setups. So I appreciate that stuff.
And you know what, Joe Public will sometimes, and I've heard people say that about drag racing, when you first bring up in whether it's a social situation where you're not at a drag strip and you actually have to talk to other humans that are out there in society that aren't into it. So
I try to avoid those situations.
Me too. You know, when you talk to people and they go, oh, what's all that about? Oh, I don't understand why they spend so much money to spend less time on the track. And it's go, well, you don't get it, do you? Hello, kids. Are you off? You can't be off, kids. It's the track babies walking around. Hello to you, kids, walking around. Boundless energy from these little kids. The horsepower is keeping these kids energised. It's good to see. There's a lot worse upbringing you can have than running around a drag strip, Marky, I can tell you that. I also, not that I like to chip the Spot On kids on, it's like how many days a year can you get off school when Spot On's racing? And then even Andy, even responsible adults like, Andrew and Renee say, well, it's a racetrack education. It is still part of life learning. You don't have to be in a classroom to learn it.
I'm so glad my kids aren't listening to this because
I know.
I made them go to school over the Winter Nationals week.
I know. You're different, Mark. You're sort of building a shield away from it a little bit. They are the Penny kids. They were the little kids giving us a little wave from there. Was it Christian's kids, eh? The Penny kids were giving us a wave. Hello, track babies. A new generation of track babies coming through. And isn't it funny that you're... I wouldn't say insulating your kids away from it, but I mean, if they'll gravitate to it if they wanted to. But again, sometimes I think like you, like I did with my kids, they were at the track a lot more younger than I ever was as a kid. I would have gone to Surfers Paradise once a year. My drag strip fix when I was about 8 or 9 years was, when I was 8 or 9, was Surfers Paradise once a year. It's not like Dad went to every street meet or track every time there was an event at Surfers Paradise. We wouldn't. Even Willowbank, I wouldn't be here all the time. Once I got my licence, I could come up here myself. It's been confirmed, folks. The third decided final will be Haltech Outlaw 235. It is Randall Laurie against Jaden Seng. So 2 Toowoomba cars, Black Belt versus Turbo in the final of Haltech 235. But yeah, I do think that I did get my kids to the drag strip a fair amount when they were younger, and it's not like they're sick of the place. They know what goes on here, and on occasion when they choose to come up, they will. My 2 nephews, my brother's boys, they've come out to street meets. They were only here last Saturday running Dad's, I shouldn't say Dad's, it's the boys' gazelle. I think that's the way Dad pitched it to Mum, that this is not just Dad's car, it's the boys' car. It's a project we can do with the young lads. They're studying mechanical engineering at university, and they're already pretty cluey young Diggleses. But yeah, they were at the drag strip here last week, gear shifting through their 500 horsepower Honda-powered gazelle, getting used to hitting the stuff on the two-step, dropping the clutch, gearing, banging through the gears down the track. My nephews were doing that last Saturday night. Ollie Diggles, he was up at J-Fest in the street class with his little Corolla.
I was just talking to the guys over that are doing the live stream for us, Overtaking Lane. We are going to have to switch streams shortly.
Yes.
But the big thing is we need people to subscribe to the channel. So we've only got about 850 subscribers at the moment on the Kenda channel. We need 1,000. So in the future, they don't need to stop the streams, because the streams can only go for 12 hours when you've got under 1,000 subscribers.
For every person out there that's got an iPhone and YouTube on your app, if you haven't subscribed already to Kenda 660 or Overtaking Lane, do it in the next couple of minutes. We do have to can the stream for the people watching. Get ready to switch over to the next one.
I think they've already got the other stream happening already.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
we just need that 1,000 subscribers in there to get it.
So make sure you hit subscribe. Like and subscribe is unfortunately, I hear that a lot in my house.
Yeah, like, share, subscribe, comment.
Yes.
And they apparently even a couple of thumbs down jiggles up the old algorithm as well. So apparently that's a thing too.
What's that? You need a couple of thumbs down.
Putting thumbs down in there can juggle the algorithm as well. It's not inciting hate, but apparently it does tickle things up. I was watching a good little one from Luke Kessel. Remember Luke Kessel, Motorfab? He's living in the States. I watched a little YouTube from him the other day there, and he was sort of mentioning a little thing about what the algorithm does. It's funny. All right, Tim Cross, Doug Day, round 3 of OG315. An epic Bump City matchup coming here.
Huge matchup, both drivers with 2 wins.
This matters towards finals. Bump City.
Winner will go through to the final.
Oh, red light for Dougie. Timmy dangles the front runner to the stripe. A 45 gets him in the final. Dougie did not underestimate Timmy at all. He knew Tim Cross was going to be a formidable opponent. A 111 60 foot for the VK. Out like a rocket, but the Iron Lion powered car comes up short with a cherry. Goes to show Doug Day is human. And Timmy Cross, well, he knows his way around a bump box. The epic Cortina phenomenon continues.
We can't have any more red lights. I've run out of room now.
Yeah, you're off the page with red lights in racing.
I'm not sure why they want me
to.
I'm not too sure why they want me to keep track of that in racing, but I am for them. But
I'll listen to that. All right. Okay, another call. Round 3 of Ruckus and Renegades to the lanes, please. Round 3. Ruckus 580. Renegade 550. To the lanes immediately, please. For round 3. Here's Aaron Gregory and Daniel Barrett. Barrett, I tell you what, I mean, it's Gregory with more experience steering cars like Vader and the other Hellraiser panel van. Like, it's been quick, Aaron Gregory. This is a new car for him. Daniel Barrett has had nowhere near steering experience of big, heavy-duty machinery until he got onto this thing. And now, how many 440s can the guy run here? He's got a big chance in the final here.
He does. Yeah, he really does. So Barrett is the only other driver that can go 3 from 3 now. So if he gets a win, it would be unofficially Cross and Barrett in the final for OG 315. But as you said, Gregory, experienced racer. He's been here, done it before. They're slowly getting on top of this brand new car. But yeah, Barrett has been just a bundle of consistency today.
Clean green, a little bit better than Dan Barrett. They're leaving on the tree. He's going to let this one go. 4:36, eh? 4:36, 177 mile an hour. I'd say not only in the final, but lane choice. Stay in that lane. He loves that lane. 051 off the tree. He's having a sweet run, Daniel Barrett, in that car. Can't be called a rookie for too much longer, mate, if you keep up performances like that. That is coming of age. Some people have had their come up, and some people are just going along, just doing what they normally do, and they're happy. And then some people are having that moment where it's like, you know what? Today was a big step forward in my drag racing life. And again, it's a recreation for most of us. So no life-changing stuff going to be happening after this event, I don't think. Just more life plans for the next one. And again, it's going to break my heart, Marky. You're going to have to really step up with the big boys' hands. We've got to see who we're going to get in here as our super sub while yours truly is doing World Time Attack in September.
Yeah, so it'll be myself calling the Riot.
Yes, you'll be at Riot. We need a sidekick in there for you, mate.
Yes.
We've got to get the intensity up. We've got to get the intensity up. We need intensity in here. I can't be in two places at once, and World Time Attack has got me in there, deep in there. New South Wales government's got me deep in there, so it's a bit hard to pull out of. Come on, Reese. Oh, okay. Nice lead. 115, 60 foot comes through. 494 to finish off. 140 mile an hour. Oh, man. Joe Dirt's coming up with the billet donuts again. 494 in the third round for Reese Carkeed. I don't think that features. That'll be the end of the night for Reese.
It's unofficially at the moment until we get a word from Race Control. But I have it on my paper as Barrett and Cross, but we will announce it once we get the official word.
Okay, well, here we go. Round 3, Stu Henry, Matt Turnbull.
This is the big one.
This is a big one.
Yeah, Turnbull's got 2 wins. When I say big one, I mean the bracket itself, OG 275, because we've got 4 drivers on 2 wins. And Gridley has got the solo pass, so he's going to go 3 from 3, no matter what happens at Gridley.
Straight to the clubhouse, but he's got to still do something ET-wise in round 3.
Especially when you got so many drivers on 2 wins.
All right. Matty Turnbull ready to engage.
Just waiting for the system changeover.
The changeover, yeah, waiting for that right now just to make sure it's all A-OK. Checking and triple checking everything here in race control.
They're too quick, mate, for our race controllers. They're just changing classes. So when we change classes up here, they need to shut it down and change over to the class because it's got all the details for all the drivers and seating and all that.
All right, there it is.
There we go.
That's turned off. Flicking, checking, flicking.
Here we go. We've got the details in front of us, so that tells us.
All right.
It's OG 275.
All right, big number. Stu Henry, all engine, 615 cubes. That Capri, what a well-balanced machine. What an apex predator, all engine in OG 275. Brought to us by BRP Racing Transmission Coolers. Matty Turnbull from ProCharge Turbochargers, 400 cube LS. Oh, I'll tell you what, Stu's nailed him on the tree. Oh, Matty Turnbull, you got to get there, he did. Oh, 59, what happened there? Hang on, 59 on a 70. It's a 60 index. It won't come up because we didn't have the index in there, so technically, legally, officially, you would say it's a 7-0 from Stu Henry, not the 59 from Turnbull.
I don't know how that works, so that's, that's for someone else to worry about.
It's a holy grail. It's a holy grail, the 6-0 index. Even Matty would be the first to admit that the 59 shouldn't look like a win on his slip, I'm pretty sure.
We'll leave that up to
we know
people.
OG 275, I know you, I got your hands in the air, I know you do. Me too. There we go, put mine in the air as well. We'll just call it as we see it straight off the bat, let race control work it out. Matty Turnbull's the sort of bloke that will still cop that for now, 2 from 3. Could he still make it 2 from 3? Gridley's going to be there. Is that Gridley and Stu? Did Stu lose one?
Yeah, well, it depends on what happens, I guess, with Stu and what they call with
it. Well, we got King and Brimble. So this will look. If King goes, if the Corolla goes here, it might be King and Gridley.
Is it actually, or is it just the mark that they use to split? The
well, it's normally can't go under it sort of thing.
Okay.
Rumble, Rebels, Ruckus, and Renegade. So those classes, round 3 to the lanes immediately. Get ready, please. Go to the lanes. Renegade, Ruckus, Rebels, and Rumble. He'll look at the slip. He'll work it out. There I am. All right, Guy King, Trent Brimble. If this matters for Guy King, if he can overcome Brimble here.
Vikings got 2 wins.
Oh, he's been left behind on the start line there. Barra Power, he's behind the villain. Oh, what's happened? 67 beats a 79. 3 from 3 with a 467. Guy King. Is that right? 3 from 3 with a 467. He got left on by Trent Grimble. He had to bring that big Barra horsepower down through the final. I can't talk to you, Chris. Oh, I'm live watching Kenda 660. You should watch it live on YouTube. I can't talk to you, bro. Thanks for answering my call. But, mate, I am live on the YouTube live stream for Kenda 660, mate. I suggest you tune in.
I like that you answer calls.
Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to.
You didn't,
I went to text him to say, listen, dude, are you not living under a rock, dude? No time for chat whilst we're calling round 3, dude. Jim Ambrose, Jason Kenny, Toowoomba versus Cranbourne, LS versus Big Block, Bump City. Oh, got a reaction going to Ambrose. The Big Block chef is out there, but it's Kenny. It's Kenny. 89 in round 3 beats a 91. 89 beats a 91. Issues for Jim Ambrose through the deep end, but it's back in the Victorians' corner for the win. What a great couple of rounds for OG275 for Jason Kenny, but right now it's looking like a King Gridley, but depends on what Gridley does, I guess.
Well, and depends on the call with Turnbull as well.
Yes.
So.
No, well, I'm pretty sure when we saw that 59 come up for Matty, he knows that's like a taboo ET. All right, here we go. Will Yarwood, Matty Lampard from Cornubia to Warrnambool. LS Kingswood. Can you get another 4 up for us? Bump it in, Matt Lampard. Will Yarwood, that 2JZ. He's been on a fairly wild ride with the Corolla. Dishes out 3 wheel stands. Oh, clean greens, nice separation, a little bobbing on the wheel stand, side by side, Kingswood Corolla. It's the Corolla, 500 beats a 509 by 62 thousandths at the stripe. Lumper a little bit better on the leave over Yarwood. Jesus, that was a great race side by side. 337 to 331 over the 330 mark. And right at the stripe, you know you're in a drag race. You knew you were in a drag race there, Lumper, didn't you? So did you, Yarwood. I mean, both guys from the Drag and Drive sort of, side of things. And now here they are sampling the Kenda together. They'll be back on the road in Victoria later on in the year and in All-Stars Drag and Drive in a couple of weeks' time here. Steve Farrelly, well, this is, again, like it's not going to feature. He had to spend 2 rounds fixing it. Here he is back there, hopefully all together. The Barra powered VL, last run for him tonight. Whether he tests tomorrow, who knows? Things all back together. Converter bearing fixed. Thanks, James Horan. Look at it, send from there, 487, a great way to finish OG275 for Farrelly this weekend. Oh, I know Chris Barry. I know Chris Barry's been talking to the Race Parts Melbourne guys, and apparently they're turning it up for Wade. They reckon that's the plan from the pits. Thanks for leaking that to us, mate. No one else knew that. Thanks for leaking it. The secret squirrel continues. We have another OG 315 final announcement to come. These two will be in the final. Barrett and Timmy Cross, a Mustang Cortina final in OG 315. The Ford lovers. 2 Ford lovers in there. Mustang and Cortina.
Well, this race will have no bearing on our finalists. But
we just both want them to get something out of this. Barney and Ben, it hasn't been the best day for both of them. Hasn't been the best day for both of them.
Yeah, both of them have got 1 win, 1 loss.
All right, boys. Get your last run in here. Round 3 of OG 275. Been a cracking day. Interruptions, disappointments. Walks it off the line. Big Barney gets that separation happening and thunders it through. Look, a 32's going to do him. He's got a big, got a lick through here today, and really had to calm it down to get the thing out on the tyre that time, and that way didn't zing him, didn't have to pedal it. 32, point A to point B, and the boss can put the big Nova away. All right, Gridley, here he is.
So with Gridley and not knowing what the call will be with Turnbull side of things, I think he needs to run quicker than a 467 just to confirm your spot in the final.
Right, okay, all right.
Just with not knowing how that works for that 460 index. Because is it a taboo thing or is it an actual rule? That's my only comment on it.
Yeah, no, that's it, Mark. That's a fair assumption, mate. That's a fair assumption. Oh, wow, that's crazy. Someone spotted a Gordito out in the bush.
Oh, how in the wild. Look at that.
Yeah, that's crazy. Thank you, Paulie. Thank you, Paulie Pies. Somewhere out North Queensland somewhere, Central Queensland.
So here we go. Dale Gridley, he went 485 in round 2, and in round 1 he was 465. So he has gone under that 467.
He's got to get this thing in. He's got to stage the thing. He's literally just got to get that in, take the tree. All right, here we go, 73. I will see how it ends up for him. Let's see how it ends up for him. 3 from 3 with a 473. 3 from 3 with a 473. Gridley, that little thing, that reluctance to bump just puts that little element in my mind for the final. Just that reluctance for it to want to cooperate. Is just that little thing on the back of my mind. So let's just see what Race Control comes up with in regards to the final of OG275. That's out of our hands. Now, K525, how's it all going to go down? This race is definitely going to matter, I think. And he's been playing to form, Al Bailey. He's been playing to form. Hot Rod's been narrowing it down and then went under it last run.
It matters because if Bailey wins, he'll go 3 from 3. But if Hot Rod gets the win here, they'll both have 2 wins, 1 loss.
And they might end up back in the final.
And that's exactly right.
Okay.
So I think we're just changing over the system again, possibly.
I tell you what, thank you, K525, your plumbing solutions. Thank you for that, Benny. Winner 1500, runner-up 750 here, but this is round 3. Who gets to go to the final? Can Hot Rod make it 2 finals in a row? Bailey Simpson stands in his way here, but as you said, if he beats him, they might end up both back there yet. 434 cubes of healthy small block with a bit of spray. Him and Reese just hitting the Capri. Reese hitting the Capri, Bailey hitting the hatchback. Like just hitting that on the small tyre.
When I see that shed of car keys and all the cars he's got in that shed, that's envy. That's the shed envy that we talk about.
Oh, like even the red ute, the HT ute he's got.
It's all immaculate.
Yeah, car key red, you nearly call that colour. All right, Turbo versus Nitrous. Holden versus Ford. 525 the index. Oh, he nails one on Hot Rod. 036 to an 056. They're right there. Hot Rod's playing with him, but he's not going to get there. He can't get him. 36 for Bailey. Squeezes out Hot Rod. He had to lift off Hot Rod.
I think Hot Rod gave it back to him, hoping he'd break down.
He was whole shot. He was ahead, but he knew he couldn't be. He knew he probably didn't have the right to be, and had to play that little pedal game at the end there to even slow the thing down. He didn't want to break out, obviously. Keeping the foot down is almost a recipe for defeat, but he still lost anyway, having a lift. Craig Scottney on a solo finishes off his account here today in the 525 class.
Well, this is important because there's potential that if Mallison doesn't get a win and gets Penny, they could go back to account back on the drivers with 2 wins and 1 loss.
All right, so we aren't out of the woods yet.
Not at all, not at all. So Scottney needs to run a number here.
I don't think this is the last time we'll be having this conversation before the end of round 3, Mark.
But that's what we want to let everyone know, though. This race matters right here. And why does it matter? Because it needs to run a number, because there's a potential final spot up for grabs.
It's close to 525 as you dare. Oh, 47 may be too far. 47 may be a bridge too far.
You don't know.
I know, but I'm just saying I'm a perfectionist. That would have been a 25 with a no.
The thing with Mallison and Penny is that they both can run under the 525. So you could have a race where they get pushed.
Phil won't be here, I'm sure, mate. If you split the radiator, they pressurise something there. So I'd say the little Honda won't be there. Mallison 3 from 3. ET matters maybe.
Not at all.
No,
because there's only 2 drivers with 3 wins. So it doesn't matter. Even if he goes too quick,
it will be Mallison.
He's still got 3 wins.
Yeah, so Mallison and Bailey. Yep. All right, there we go. So this is, let's see. Now, what did we see Bailey run in round 3 just then? He ran a 30-something.
36 on the brakes.
Okay, so Mallison, he can swing here. Let's try and get it close to the 25.
Well, he went 5.30 and 5.34 so far
All
in
right, well,
racing.
this is 565 cubes. I mean, it moves this little Cortina out and gone. So we've got Cortinas in 2 different classes tonight in the final, by the look of it. Life in the old Cortinas left. Jeez, it comes out all right. A little bit sharper than the 60-foot this time. Hits the stripe. 28. Hey, lane choice probably. 27 lane choice and a finals berth. Darren Mallison, our South Australian South Australian Queensland final.
I think unofficially, again, like always, Simpson and Mallison is the only 2 drivers with 3 wins. So
Simpson and Mallison.
We'll call it once we know.
Once it's in Biro, coming up to the screen here on Race Control's surface here, we'll go damn right. That's our next final. All right, Darren Mallison keeping up the South Australian.
This is where it gets really tough for us, Chris.
Okay, good. You're the man for the job, Mark.
Yeah, that's it. We're into our Radio Renegades, brought to us by Simon & Carroll Swimming Pools. We have got 4 drivers with 2 wins. So that's all right. That's all right. That's easy. That's easy to follow.
Yeah, it's Ruckus with 5.
And 6 in...
and 6 in Rumble, by the way. And probably 4 in Rebels. But anyway, we'll get there. The worthy winners will be in the final, no doubt about it. Russell Archer, can he take another scalp? It's got some horsepower to burn here. But NA, like, this is one healthy, small... I don't think it's an LS for Kevy. I think it's a normal small block.
Early on, because we haven't had all the other races yet, so every race matters here right now.
Yeah.
Until everything else, the stories unfold in all the other laps.
Spun the tyre this time. Finishes the night off, Russell, and so does Kevy. 5.67, a bunch of... We ran 2 5.67s today with that car. I mean, that's a cranky Aspo beats that thing there for Kevy Brown. So Renegade 550, his best shot in round 3, a 5.67 there for Kevy Brown.
Yeah, they're both those drivers will finish on 1 win and 2 losses.
All right, so not featuring in a final just yet.
No, they won't.
Aris and Mitchell. Remember, Aris just went off on a Fandom Amber.
He did.
He went out on a Fandom Amber bender.
Sloan has got 2 wins.
Oh, right. Okay, imagine have to take out one of the wily veterans in Aris to get to the final one night.
Aris has got a slim mathematical chance. He needs to get the win here and then run like a 550.
Oh, he's left on Mitchell a little bit. That nitrous LS coming in. Oh, we got it back. 54 beats a 52 by 42 thousandths of a second at the stripe. Aris squeaks his way through round 3.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Both those drivers finished on 2 wins, but Sloan would actually go through to the final because he went quicker.
52. Oh, wow. Loses the race, but would be more in contention than Aris. Oh, that's not the end of it, is it?
Nope.
No, Mark, it's not. I love this stuff, mate, all the way to the end. This is the fuel that keeps me pumping, mate. This is the fuel that keeps me pumping.
So here we go. Sang has got 2 wins from 2 starts. Palo, he's only got 1 win and 1 loss. If Palo can get a win here over one of our heavy hitters in Renegades, it just opens it right up.
All right, we've got another final coming up to the screen here. It is the final of OG275. It is King and Gridley. Big block chef-powered Valiant Ute and Barra-powered KE20 Corolla. God bless Australia.
There you go. I'm glad we didn't have to work that one out.
Okay, here we go. They're in the stage. Oh, we got a little bit better than Parlo. Right to the stripe. No one on the brakes. Sangy back. He's back. 51 squeezes a 47. Jason Sang's got himself back in contention. 51 at the right time of the night.
Well, he becomes the first driver with 3 wins.
And a 51.
51 with 0. That's going to be tough.
No, that's in the clubhouse. That's in the clubhouse. That's crazy.
Actually, that means, because the only other 2 drivers with 2 wins, they're going to race each other. So that means we can only finish on with 2 drivers with 3 wins now.
All right, okay, it's the way it's wrapped up.
We'll worry about it then.
I don't want to talk over this one. I mean, we've got
Not at all.
Blow-on LSA with the beautiful set of pipes on the RX-8 of Brett Coles, and then we've got Tony O'Connor with 342 cubes at 9,200 RPM. Gentlemen, have a good final crank here in round 3 with your awesome sounding machines. And what a race, 62 to a 69. What a great race. 94 thousandths at the stripe. That's how close it was. Oh, it would either be the blower line from the LSA when you're down the finish line or the exhaust at the back here. Those two collectors out of that 342 cube masterpiece from Tony O'Connor. Now, however you like your lungs, artificial or natural, I'm loving it. All right. Mark Ross, Troy Lewis. This is going to have to matter somewhere in the mix. Consolidate it there. All right, another final to be determined. It is going to be Simpson and Mallison in 5-2-5 in the final. Simpson versus Mallison in the final. King versus Gridley in the final. So for K525, it's Mallison against Simpson. OG275, King versus Gridley, and that is a win for Lewis. 54 and a 54. 54 and a 54. Wow. Round 3 just keeps bringing it, mate. Round 3 keeps bringing it.
This is the big matchup, mate.
All
Papa
right.
Costa and
Okay.
Lynch. So both these drivers have got 2 wins. So going by, if my notes are correct, they would leave us with only 2 drivers with 3 wins. So Jason Sang and the winner of this race.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Whatever it is, it's Queensland versus, could be Queensland versus New South Wales State of Origin Renegade, hey? Oh, he whole shots Papa Costa, but he's got the horsepower on board with the Capri. But watch out for the 550 at the stripe. It's going to be Lynch. 59 beats a 55. 59 beats a 55. There we go. What a run. What a run for Brad Lynch. Left on time at the right time. 043 off the button against his opposition, Papa Costa. You've got to admit, they must have had a fat time in that Capri up here running with Kenda for the first time. We never had Paul Papa Costa running Kenda before. I'm sure when we talked to him later,
he went
impressed.
56, 56, 55.
Yeah, that's a good day's racing here.
So yeah, definitely. If I was Papa Costa, I'd be bringing up my time cards at the end of the night to the Kenda tent.
All right,
for the most consistent award.
Remember, we're looking for the most consistent package over 3 rounds of racing. So racers, if you're out, have a look at them time slips and see if you can show us a really close spread between 3 ETs in racing.
And we don't go back through it, so you've got to bring
it in. Problems with Nana, but Michael Todd's going to finish off the night on the good side. Well, breakout, but hey, it felt good. 544 last hit of the night for Michael Todd. That blowing HB, but Nana, not Nana's last song tonight. Nana's had a little issue, had to push it back. It's a very cranky little SR20, mind you, 800 plus horsepower, thank you very much. That's just your average Gemini horsepower these days at the drag strip pretty much. But Nana, one of our just amazing little no-prep Apex Predator-style cars that when you put it on a sticky track, well, we saw what it did the other night when it put it on the bumper. All right, Renegade finishing off the round. Stokesy, can Stokesy make any impact there on his own? All right, attention in the pits. Lost property, bracelet and women's pair of sunglasses are at the Kenda tent if anyone's lost them. There we go, lost property department. If anyone's lost a pair of sunnies and a bracelet's been handed in. Stokesy all by himself. Let's have a listen to this thing. I mean, that's just a different deal through the pipes now. I don't know what he's packing in it. 552 to finish off today for Craig Stokes. How did he go in round 1 there? I don't think he's got enough to be in the final.
No.
552, righto. Yeah. Numbers to be crunched. No Thompson either. So, yeah, Thompson.
He was consistent. So he went 55, 55, 52.
So if you're wondering why sometimes we get the solos, we did supposed to have Thompson there, but he wasn't there last round either. So I think Tomo's had some issues. So how does this all go? That's our Renegades. Or are we into
Ruckus? So right. Ruckus, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five drivers with 2 wins.
I knew earlier on when we saw a whole bunch of 590s in this class in qualifying, I thought we're going to have a round 3 shenanigans going here where we're going to split who's in the final. Dan Harms, is he supposed to be on a solo?
He is on a solo.
Okay, he's going to finish it off.
Scheduled buy run.
Okay, he's going to finish it off. Let's see how close he goes to 580 with this 540 cube Chevelle. Sounds good. Here we go. 604, not bad. Bunch of 6061s today. 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 604, 6 And great run for him in round 3. Dan Harms is the next pairing. Daniel List and Gary Millgate.
Gavin
List, sorry. What did I say?
Daniel's the son.
Yeah, I get it all mixed up there.
It's all right.
Paul Maloney, still trying to work out who he is.
Gary Millgate.
Oh, there we go. Stokesy's now got a Godzilla Turbo combo. Thank you, Chris Whelan. There we go. So I was wondering why it was all stealthy Stokesy. Lungs on Gary, can't do it. 580 for Gary, can't do it. 580 for Gary. Whole shot win for Gavin List. There we go, another announcement there. Chris Whelan there was because I was wondering why Stokesy's thing's so stealthy. Now it has got that Godzilla Turbo Ford in it.
Well, that's another one of those races where you got 2 drivers with 2 wins and 1 loss, but Millgate would actually go to the final on a countback because of that 580.
Right. Yeah, right. Okay. Let's see how it all ends up in the next couple of pairings. How good's that, Stokesy, with the Godzilla in it? Once a Ford lover, always a Ford lover, mate. If you're going to use the new fruit that Ford's got, I'd be recommending it. Young fella at work, Dino, wants to hot up an old-fashioned Clevo deal. I said, mate, Godzilla's right there, mate. Just get onto one of those. That's relatively modern stuff. It's going to be a lot of aftermarket stuff. Good out of the box. Ryan Durant and Armstrong. Clean green, whole shot for Armstrong. Ryan Durant might be in trouble here. Armstrong, they've both been guilty of going under 580, 89 and 83. That's like the 600, it's a 660 distance. That's the 600 foot then lift deal right then, I think. Both guys went 600 foot then lifted. And Armstrong, wow, gets enough by 100th of a second at the end on Ryan Durant. Are we scratching a few out just by doing this, Mark?
We haven't had a driver with 3 wins yet.
Okay, oh my God,
it's
going to get down to a countback.
2 wins and 1 loss.
Could be countbacks essential in here.
Well, Michael Adams is still looking for his first win of the day, and Logan has got 1 win, 1 loss.
All right.
Well, good thing is with all those drivers had 2 wins, only 1 pairing face each other. So,
all right, let's see how the Ruckus 580 ends up. Of course, Ruckus 580, thanks to Spool Imports. 1,000 the win, 500 runner-up, whoever gets to the final. Race Control hasn't really told us anything more just yet from Renegade just yet. Triple checking everything here in Race Control. Mick Adams, David Logan. Green Greens, a little bit better. The big Mustang is out and gone. No one's playing brake. Oh, brake light, tap, tap. And there we go. 586 to a 78. Nice tight win. Just enough on the tree for Michael Adams to make it a little tap, tap. A little brake light tap. 586 edges out a breakout 78. All right. More Ford lungs to deal with. Adam Rinn and Kurt Rowita. Here is word from Race Control. Attention. Oh, he's just triple checking. Just triple checked. He just withdrew the Spirax notepad for just a moment.
This is a big race because both these drivers got 2 wins. So this is our only pairing of this round where the drivers, one driver is guaranteed to go to 3 from 3.
Clean green, whole shot to Rowita. He's out there. He's fighting for his life. Adam Rims, all those cubes on board. Oh no, it's Rowita 86 over a 611. Kurt Rowita 586 in the 3rd round. We've now got a final determination for Renegade. The finalists will be Lynch and Seng.
That's what we had as well in our
All
notes,
right,
so
Lynch and Seng in the final of Renegade. The 580 class we still don't know. Kurt Rowita done. Adam Rinn. And now Stephen Stecker.
We'll go 2 from 3.
Just screaming through the 1 gear by the sound of it. 664 for him. And, yeah, 664 may not be enough. Have to see. We know normally you can't be 2 or 3 from 3 and not have a really cracking close ET in round 3 to be judged against or determined or decided against. Gavin Donnelly, Matt Britnell. Here we go. Gavin Donnelly back from WA again. I don't think that breakage in round 1, I think, scuppered his chances of maybe a final.
No. They're both these drivers have got a chance because we've still only got 1 driver with 3 wins.
All right.
So at the moment, the finals would be 1 driver with 3 wins and then the
everyone
best on
else
the countback on 2 and 1.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, how close can you go to a 580? You get a fighting chance here. 2 from 3s, you get a fighting chance. Sudden death.
Mathematical chance, and you need to. At the moment, the quickest of our 2 and 1 would be Millgate 580 with a 6.
Right.
So you need to go five. You need to get a win and go 5-8-0 with a 5.
Okay, no pressure. So it's that tight, is it?
Yeah.
Gary's got half a chance.
At the moment, we've still got 2 more drivers to come. They've got two wins.
Nice wheelie for Matt Britnell. Out and gone. He's out in front. Look for the 580, an 88 and a 93. A 93 beats the 88. Maybe too much. Too much. Not a bad run from Gary. Just stuck to his guns and made the run in round 3. That might just get you back. But this one's a all 6-banger double barrel bump in here.
Big race because McLeish is a driver with 2 wins.
Wow.
Thwaite is looking for his first win of the day.
Harry's got to fight. He has not. He's been done pillar to post today by greater leaving and greater competition today than ever.
McLeish has actually been really impressive in racing.
He has.
Very good lights, and the car's run 584, 581.
Mate, he is taken to Kenda like a duck to water with this Lexus. And it's unique, isn't it? 2JZ Lexus. Barra-powered Cortina. We've got every weapon of choice here. This run matters big time. Here we go. Doesn't matter which class we're in. Spool Imports, Ruckus 580, round 3. Harry, wrong time. Harry, wrong time. Just can be such a cool customer. McLeish rolls on. That's not a good thing either.
That's not a good thing. He does go 3 from 3, but
with a 36. Wow. Careful. 3 from 3 just might be enough to get him through. If there's 3 from 3s.
If there's only 2, yeah.
Yes, if there's the third 3 from 3, well, you're going to look like a sitting duck at 6:36.
And that's a Kleinet who's still got to come through. Yeah.
Wow.
He's got a chance to go 3 from 3.
Wow. Kleinet might have a chance here. He's on a solo. Is he on a solo? Kleinet got it all to do. Does he know the ramifications? He would not have a clue.
Oh, I think he would as a
You
racer.
reckon?
Yeah.
You reckon?
I think so.
Well, I don't know how much we've had Mark Kleinet in Kenda before,
True.
whether or not he's
That's
done the sums. I love the guys that are surprised as hell that they're in the final. They just turned up. So he needs a what? Quicker than a...
6:36 that we just saw.
Is that right?
Yep.
All right, 3 from 3, quicker than a 6:36. McLeish will wish he never lifted off in the Lexus. He's going to wish he never lifted off in the Lexus. 99's going to probably do it. Talk about the surprise finalist coming up.
Potentially, yeah.
Potentially surprise finalist coming.
So going by my notes here, we had 3 drivers end on 3 wins. So that's Roeda with a 586, Kleinet with a 599, and McLeish with a 636.
Yeah, wow. Okay. Well, yeah, McLeish, he'll be regretting he never lifted.
Anyway, that brings it close to Radio Ruckus. Once we know the official word from Race Control, we'll let you know who the finalists are.
Matty Turnbull just sent me a text of his OG275 sticker's got a cross through it. Say goodbye to OG275 for Matty Turnbull. He's got to put some 315s on it or something now.
Well, obviously it is a rule then, 460, because that's
Oh, nice wheelie, Brady Newcomb. 056 off the 3. Jake Dixon off in high speed pursuit as we hit the stripe in Rumble round 3. 44 squeezes out of 38. Here we go again. Adelaide Diverse Electrical Radial Rumble round 3. How's it all going to finish after this? We don't know.
Well, Bodie goes 3 from 3.
Wow, there we go.
So
3 from 3, 644.
Yep, that's a good start.
All right. Damo got left behind. Damo second guess. Damo's is in trouble. Lee Ellison's out in front. No one's on the brakes. Can't get it back. Oh, what a bad time for Damo to have that little blink. 653 for Lee Ellison. All right. All finalists to the lanes for Outlaw 315, Outlaw 235 and Outlaw 275. The first race controller brought the boards across to start calling our finalists to those classes. So Outlaw 315, Wade and Johnny when you're ready. Outlaw 235, was it Jaden and Randall? And Outlaw 275, Simon and... I can't remember. It's out there on the sheet.
Yeah, it's on the sheet somewhere. It's all right.
Pazzo.
Yeah, Pazzo, that's it.
Yeah, okay.
This is the ramifications of this race. McKenna, he's got 2 wins so far. So if he gets a win, he can go 3 from 3.
All right, Migaloo, that big Migaloo is out there. No one's tapping the brakes. 640, 48 squeezes it out. 3 from 3 with a 648. Wow, 6:48. Yeah, Mark's crunching. There's a pause there in the commentary because Mark, sometimes I know, mate, you get into that can't talk whilst I'm riding deal, and he had to quickly write some stuff down before talking. Hey, big shout out right now to someone watching, Matty Harrison. Big shout out to Matty Harrison. It's his cousin of Chris Nitro. Big shout out watching. Paul Allen now, Jesse. This is a replay of the final in February right now. This is Paul Allen's chance for revenge.
So Paul Allen, 2 wins from 2 starts.
What's Jesse? 2?
1 and 1.
1 from 2. All right.
Yep, so she can't make the finals. She's already got 2
drivers. Oh, Jesse, red lights. I mean, she's been fixing to do that all day. All right.
Needs to go better than a 6:48.
6:43. Paul Allen in another final.
Oh, no, we've still got a few.
Potentially.
But he's just gone quicker than Newcomb. So now Newcomb's on the bump spot for our potential finalist.
Ah, right.
6:44 with an 8.
Oh, God, it's just tightened up in 2 runs. It's tightened up. Jessie's put herself out. And remember, she's been leading in the points, but now Paul Allen gets somewhere near it to maybe see where the points end up after this round today. Matt Maloney on his Pat Maloney. When will that ever happen? Matt Maloney on his Pat Maloney. Let's just see what he gets out of this thing here, Matty Maloney. Just looking for the 40-something. Oh, can't count that. Can't count that. All right, this just continues to sharpen and sharpen and sharpen as to who our finalists are going to be. So we already know our first finalists in Outlaw 315, Outlaw 275 and Outlaw 235. We want
Justin
those finalists.
Page has got 2 wins. He's going to go 3 from 3. He needs to go better than a 6:44 with an 8.
He needs better than a 6:44 in this round right now. Barry at San. Oh, 6:62, a little bit off. He's gone off the boil. Oh, listen to that. Yeah, thank you, Jason Cocking. Your card certainly impresses me audibly. I mean, it visually impresses me, but it sounds the sexiest thing here today, just quietly. He's down from Burham Heads, True Blue Queenslander. Can he feature?
No.
Okay, fast run for Jason Cocking for the night with no relevance towards a final for him. This 51's a nice number, thank you very much, to give himself a glove box full of fancy time slips like 6:63, 6:66, 6:60, 6:51.
Actually, no other racer will have any relevance on our bearings of finals now.
Okay, mate, we've got through that peak activity.
Yeah, we did. We got through the peak activity.
We got through the Red Bull momentum tracker.
Yeah.
We got through the other side. Remember that momentum tracker they use?
I like how they do the try predictor. One of these 2 teams will score a try in this half.
Yeah, look, big shout out to you, Carolyn Hayes, Carolyn and Mark Hayes, watching all day, and thanks for the shout out there as well. Geometry's been entertaining as usual. It's the easiest job in the world when all this stuff rolls out in front of us. It really is. Trent Caldwell and Ben Taylor, round 3 now in Rebel 700. Thanks to Secti for this. What the hell? Remember he did the back tyre stage today? He's a deer in the headlights. You are fried. You are toast. You cannot do anything else there, Trent Gamble, other than smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Ben Taylor goes 59. Watch out for that. Can't have that stuff carrying on. You can't be rolling off thinking
we got into
sharp. We are in there
into Rebels. I was still looking at the Rumble. We still had cars to go, but obviously they're not coming out this round. So so that was Taylor got a win. Missed his time. 7:59. There we go. All right. Next up here in Rebels, Troy Hutton and Filip Petrovic. Tail of the tape here for these guys. Hutton's got 2 wins from 2 starts, and Petrovic still hasn't got a win yet today.
All right. Okay, we've got our Ruckus and Renegades finals. There we go. This 700, Hutton, Petrovic, the heavy hitters. 00 to an 02. 700 to an 02. All right, the final of Ruckus will be Kleinert and Roweda, an all-Ford final there as well. Roweda and Kleinert are the finalists in Ruckus 580. Thank you. Stu Henry gives us a little shout-out. Who's in the OG final? Looks like it was Guy King and Gridley. The most unassuming final you think you'd ever predict early in the day. Mark Durston, Trent Assenheim, last run for these. He's getting the hang of this, Dursto. He's getting the hang of this shenanigans. He's got the Pro Tree worked out, and the HQ goes through the stripe, and a 36 getting better as well. Dursto doing all right.
He goes 3 wins.
Good to see you guys, hey? Good to see you. You're not reaving so soon? Reeving so soon? Oh, you're gonna be down the road, you legend. All right.
Durston's the first driver with 3 wins.
Oh, Dursto, 3 from 3. Let's see what happens to the rest of them. Matty Smart, Craig Williams now. This is our little 202 Corolla in this lane for the first time. Craig Williams and the Mustang. 60-foot ink, 700. Here we go. Oh, better reaction time for Craig Williams. Got left on big time, the little Corolla. God, it's a great little package. Look at it go. Watch out to the line. 05 beats an 04. That's how good this competition is. 05 beats an 04. Who said even our Rebel 700 doesn't bring you wall-to-wall excitement? Here's the next one now. Reese Platzer, Tim Morton, big run here. Both guys top guns.
Both with 2 wins.
All right, so again, we still don't know who's going to be in the final just yet. Here we go. Both run on the pointy end of 700 today.
This will give us 2 drivers with 3 wins.
All right, who's it going to be? Clean green, a little bit better to Tim Morton, 060 to a 160. He's out there in front, no one's tapping the brakes. Here comes Platzer to the stripe, won't turn it around. 02 squeezes out of 91 from the VK Commodore. 702 beats a 691. Hey, this is not a bad little run here now. Check this out. Carla Barrett, Seth Lansdowne, virtual rookies out here in round 3, trying to get 3 from 3, Seth. 2 from 2, isn't he, Seth?
Yeah, Seth is 2 from 2, so if he does get the win here, he needs to go quicker than a 7:36 that Durston has run.
Okay, quicker than a 7:36. Oh, red light to Carla. Hang on a sec. Red light to Carla. Come on, Seth. What's he got? A 16. 3 from 3 with a 16 for Seth Lansdowne. Wow, Carla Barrett just rolled the beams. 1 in 2 deep, maybe. Red light and some of that spot-on fortune, that luck, that turning up and just being there, and then see how it all happens. Go to the line without fear of defeat, but other to go there with hopes of victory, and whatever happens, you're willing to you're happy with the decision. Wow. Where's he going to end up? Craig back, Charlie Gregory, here we go. Bluebird on Barra.
Charlie, 2 wins from 2 starts.
All right, the Bluebird, here we go. Charlie, 055 for the young lady. She's out there and gone. You've got to be close to 700, quicker than a 16 up there, quicker than a 16. Ooh, 32. 32 might be enough, but not enough, if you know what I mean. 3 from 3s. We're finishing with 3 from 3s, and people aren't making finals here, Mark. That's how tight even 700 is. All right, Rumble final is Allen and Newcomb. Oh, so that's Allen in the Camaro and Newcomb in the Tirana. There we go. So that is Paul Allen and Brody. Brody?
Yeah,
Brody.
43 and 44 they were in.
Wow, Rumble 640 final is going to be a cracker as well. We're going to have some new winners in here, mate. Like, we don't just give these Kenda checks out to the same people every time. It doesn't happen. It never has. We have never seen anyone go on a dominating streak for a long time in Kenda.
That is... Oh, no, we got another one.
All right.
Thought that was it.
Jackson Woodward gets to finish off his account because it looks like you've nearly worked out who's in the final of our Rebel 700 class. All finalists to the lanes when you can, please. All right, he finishes off his account.
Yeah, Jackson Woodward here, Yarra Bilbao resident. He will take the ute through for a 676. It's gone a fair bit quicker, 101 mile an hour.
Oops, okay, oopsies.
Yeah,
That's an oopsies.
He was just having a bit of fun there in the final.
All right, well, that is it. That is round 3 of everything in racing, folks. All that's left to do is bring you, folks, the finals of every category, from Outlaw 315 to the Rebel 700 that we just saw. Just repeating all of our finalists one more time. The finals are as follows in all the variety of classes. Outlaw 315 will be all Screwblow and Hemi in the final. Johnny Ricker against Wade Wagstaff. Outlaw 275 final is Blower versus Turbo. Pazzo, Twin Turbo Hemi Fox Body. Simon O'Carroll, the Kraken, Screwblow and Noonan Hemi Camaro. Outlaw 235 is Blown and Injected Small Tyre Mr. Nuts against Jaden Seng's Mighty Boosted Billet LS VH Commodore. OG 315, an all-Ford final. The Mustang of Barrett against Tim Cross. OG 275, it's a Barra Corolla versus Big Block Chev Valiant Utility final. Guy King and Dale Gridley. K525 is South Australia's Mallison against Queensland's Bailey Simpson. Darren Mallison in that. Renegades 550 is Lynch versus Sang. Ruckus is Rowita versus Kleinert in another all-Ford final. Rumble is Allen versus Newcomb. And the Rebels, we will tell you shortly. We will tell you shortly. That's where we're at. Great way to get to the finals. And as you said, Mark, at the beginning of the day, we would not have looked at this list and go, that's who's going to be in the final, because we never, ever know.
We don't. We really don't.
We never, ever know how it's going to end up. You don't know. We don't know. Everyone that enters these events, I mean, they don't put their whole lives on making a final. It's not like if they don't have a successful day, they'll throw their toys out of the cot and we'll never see them again. Quite the opposite. We see them again and again and again. It's coming back to what's inside all of us, mate. That burning challenge, good competition, a vibe that you just cannot purchase a vibe like this. You cannot bottle a vibe like this. This vibe is very, very much on point, as it always has been, even since February, which now to me felt like it was a year ago that we did this. But remember, where are we? June, July, August, September. Remember, 3 odd months and we're doing this again here with Riot. And plenty more announcements, I'm sure, to come somewhere in the future. What's it going to look like at Riot? I honestly, mate, as I said, my heart breaks every time I mention the event, because I'm not going to be able to be here to let absolutely loose with the awesomeness that's going to happen. Mate, you've got big shoes to fill. You've got to pick it all up, mate. Mate, we're still got to try and get some placement in here and who's going to be your assistant here. We're going to have to get some big stuff up there. And you know, I don't know whether I get to pick a short list, whether or not I get the option to do that. Can I pick a short list? Can I maybe, on the lead up to the event, go into training with whoever the person is and say, come on, let's get some hype lessons up here.
Maybe we create our own little the voice show.
We could.
We could sit on chairs and we turn around. You do your best commentator impression, and
we could, like, even Dave Hamilton was saying today at Overtaking Lane, he goes, "Oh, Diggs, we've been getting a lot of your commentary through, and you know we're ready to put it through AI, so we won't need live commentators anymore because AI will do it all." And I said, "I'm already ahead of you, Dave. I am the new AI commentary assistant. What would you like me to commentate? Tell me what the definition of Bump City is," and then they'll come up with some crap. I reckon if you put Bump City through ChatGPT, I'd like to see what it said, because again, the only other things that have been up on any sort of social media has had a bit of a link to what we do here at Kenda. So it'd be interesting to see what ChatGPT says about it, which we've got a chance to quickly see. What I mean, Mark, you wouldn't even have it. You would have it somewhere on your phone. I mean, my phone's literally nearly paralysed, because, you know, when you're really close to your cloud storage and you just can't store stuff anymore like that. I'm literally at that. What's it say, Mark? If you go ChatGPT, what's the definition of Bump City? Has anything come up in reference to us? No? It's escaped the...
But because I use ChatGPT a bit, it says, knowing you're around the Willowbank scene, I suspect you might be asking because it's one of these catchphrases the commentators throw around. So.
Oh, yeah, right, yeah. Okay. Okay, there we go.
Well, it's funny. It says, this is actually a bit funny. It says,
Kim Bean.
If you're wondering whether a particular Australian commentator started using it at Willowbank Raceway, I can dig into that history too.
Oh, that's a very clever little ChatGPT. Now you just...
I'm not saying it actually does say that, yeah.
That's good, that you can dig it. So I love that ChatGPT's in on the joke. Hey, get this, ladies and gentlemen, the finalists to be announced for Rebels 700 is as follows: Tim Morton, Seth Lansdowne in the final at his first ever Kenda. Seth Lansdowne, you are racing Tim Morton in the final. Hey, look at this. So Kim Bean put it in, and it says, "Bump City, baby. Sounds like you're celebrating a big win, a boost, or things moving in the right direction. What's the occasion?" There we go. Good old ChatGPT trying to butter us up here. Well done. Well done. And because it already senses that you already are around Willowbank, because as you do on socials, you'll tag and like when you're here. So it's picking up all of your history of where you've tagged this place.
I told it that you brought it up, that you created the term Bump City, baby. It says it couldn't find evidence that you were the first to invent that phrase.
No. Well, I've said it enough over this stream and never on social media that, you know, Lumpy, Matty Lumpard and I mean, it was the first out of his mouth when we were basically rapping over the phone to each other, and basically I'm on the phone, you know, normally I'd ring him with a skinful and say, "Bro, you've got to come to Kenda, man. That thing's too good to..." I mean, it's a great drag and drive car, 7-second quarter mile drag and drive car, but I said, "Dude, Kenda's so made for that car, and one day you just need to bump in against some good competition, and then next thing you know, Bump City came out, and Lumper was the first one to say it. I just took with it and ran. That's right. Well done. Well done. Yes, thank you for that chat GPT from Kim and from you, Marky. That Bump City does have some relevance in the, what is that chat GPT world? Is it a new cyberspace other than the one we already know, mate? Is it another parallel universe? Is that locked in somewhere to be used again somewhere in the future? I do not know. But isn't it funny that it'll take everything that you've done and look at you first and ask why you're asking it, and then look at that, bring that up through that, and then be clever with it and go, I think you'll dig it, or whatever it said. So that's very clever, very cute. Big shout out to everyone watching on the live stream. Need 50 more subs on the IDRP channel to make it 1,000. So
like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, folks. Get on if you're on social media, if you're on Facebook, if you're on YouTube, if you're watching the live stream wherever you are around the world. Do it right now. Go to the IDRP channel and subscribe on YouTube. IDRP channel hit the 1,000. 50 more to do it, which means we took up 100. The last time we asked for it, we picked up 100 doing it. Grab your phone, go in there, search under IDRP group or IDRP YouTube channel, and get that IDRP subscription, because that is good. There we go. Scott Johnston. Scott Johnston's done chat GPT. In Australia, no prep and radial drag racing. Commentator Chris Diggle, I love it. Chris Diggle has popularised Bump City as a catchphrase when a driver bumps or nudges into the staging beams instead of rolling in smoothly. Okay. It's usually called out when a driver is making multiple small adjustments to get the perfectly staged, often using a trans brake or bump box, drag zone 1. So when Diggle says Bump City, he's referring to the driver bumping into stage, creeping the car forward in tiny increments to light the stage bulb. It's become one of his signature commentary phrases, especially at Australian drag racing events and live streams. And fans now use it whenever they see a car lynching into the beams. While bump has an established meaning in drag racing, the last qualifying spot, Diggle's Bump City as a commentator's catchphrase rather than an official motorsport term. Thank you. Thank you, Scott Johnson, and your chat GPT. Can I elaborate a little bit on what it really means from one of the blokes that came up with it? I specifically use it, especially when two turbo cars go in, because that's only one phenomenon. That's the city that we live in, right? The world's living in that city. There's a lot of turbo cars bumping in all over the world, and they all sound the same, and there's moments there where they're both percolating and they're trying to get the bulbs on. That's the city we're in. You're only in that city for X amount of seconds before all hell breaks loose in the metropolis. That's what the epitome of Bump City is. There we go. The second stream is running as this one will end shortly. So, folks, jump over to the live stream right now. Don't miss a thing. If you're watching the live stream right now, jump over to the news stream.
Make sure you like it.
Yeah,
like and subscribe. And
Scotty, Hoffman's done a quick chat GPT. Bump City Baby, Suzuki Samurai Turbo, Puerto Rico Representado, what a race, Bump City, and a couple of little Suzuki Sierras in the well, Hoff's gone a bit further with the AI and grabbed a picture of yours truly and whacked it on there. So, whilst we have a few moments to indulge, whilst the glue dust settles as we spray the track for its final time for tonight before it gets a prim and a proper prep again for tomorrow. I don't know what time testing kicks off tomorrow, and I don't know if anyone was interested in coming out, whether or not we're able to let you come and watch tomorrow. I do not know. You could certainly inquire. You could certainly, I don't know whether you can email Willowbank and get an answer, but we'll certainly try and ask to see if you do indeed, if you're hanging for a bit more and you want to come to a test day, there could be a little bit on tomorrow. Steve Farrelly says 10 a.m. Farrelly says 10 a.m. He'll be there. So testing here at 10 a.m. tomorrow, apparently. And he's ready with gearbox already freshly in the car. Big text, of course. You're a bit biased, my mate Chris Nitro. You're the Darryl Eastlaker commentary. Oh, not quite, but, it's good to see that we want to bring that unbridled enthusiasm and bring it through into the 2020s.
You know who did a bit of commentary and drag racing back in the 90s? Vossi.
Andrew Voss was very good at drag racing. He's a very versatile commentator. Yeah. And you know what I still love about the guy? He can make you laugh in the middle of a rugby league game. Like he has those little tiny offhand comments that Vossi mentions. Mate, you could be cracking up in the middle of a serious game. He's that good. He is that good. He's got that little... And he doesn't deliberately try to be funny, but it's highbrow funny. It works. It's intelligent funny.
I like the intelligent.
And if I ever want to get tips off someone, it's definitely guys like Vossi and everything, where I try and keep the funny as the highly intelligent, highbrow, observational comedy. Sorry, mate. Attention in the pits, please. All finalists to the lanes, please. Race control is summonsing you. Hopefully you all know who's in the final. If there's someone out there mysteriously not coming to the lanes because they don't know whether they're in the final, please ask questions. We've got all the names here. We rattled them off as we went.
I tell you who did some commentary also in the 90s, Guido Hutzis.
Oh my God, I take the
at the Australian
job.
Nationals, he did commentary at Calder Park and had to come back the next day and apologise because he said a few things that people weren't happy with.
Oh mate, swear to God.
Yeah.
No, he didn't pull any punches, old Guido.
It was funny.
Hey, Bill Perkovsky's given me a message. Hey, Diggles, wish I was there. Maybe next year. We love you too, Perko, and I know that the fire still burns for you guys to come and run in this stuff. I know how much you love Kenda and all the different categories. We've had another message sent through, and I don't know who's actually sent that through. Just quickly, that's come from Ash Carslake. Thank you, Ash. And that's another Chat GPT or something's come up.
You get a lot of these Chat GPTs.
You know what?
Are they having a bit of fun with the pictures for you?
I think even doing this will probably stimulate the algorithm again for the future.
I think with the ChatGPT, the algorithm just works on your conversations with it.
It says
outside of the articles.
Whenever there's a close race, a wild moment, or competitors get into a bit of trouble. Now, well, Bump City's more relevant to that couple of seconds when two turbo cars engage.
Yeah.
So we are going off on a tangent saying that I'll use that for any other term in the sport on a run. Not really. But no, it's nice to see that AI is not quite there yet either. People often refer to him as Mr. Bump City. I wouldn't call it that. Let's use the correct term, the mayor of Bump City.
Mayor of Bump City,
Mayor,
yeah.
All my good citizens, I'm the mayor until otherwise voted out.
There you go. We need someone to just create a graphic
and then
for
it
the
goes,
Mayor of Bump City.
And here he goes. As far as anyone can tell, Diggles didn't invent the phrase. It existed long before in Australia, American slang. Well, someone asked me what the American slang is, but he popularised it in the Australian drag racing scene and made it part of his commentary style. I wouldn't say it's a big part. I don't want to be caught on a catchphrase, but thank you. There are so many. That's why so many races around tracks like Willowbank associate Bump City with him. Well, every turbo car is a citizen, and you can have a citizen in there against a nitrous car, but you are not in Bump City. You are one turbo car coming to stage against a nitrous or Aspo car, but you are not in the city until you have a citizen beside you. You know you're both citizens when you're in the final together or in a run together. Since you're racing modified at Willowbank, I'm guessing you've heard him call plenty of your rounds, hopefully next weekend, and the only Bump City is in the commentary, not your altered. Good luck defending that championship lead. Ash Carslake.
That's what I mean by that. It follows with your algorithm and your chats.
Yeah,
with the
there we go.
So
Ash, I'd love to call you at QDRC level there. Put a turbo on the altered, and you can be in Bump City. Slow it down to 525 and we could get you into a Kenda. Big shout out to another great guy, Vic from Fairfield Council. He's going to be up for Kenda with his Barra and his RX2. You bring in two cars as well. And Vic, he's had a taste of Jambo and a taste of Kenda, and I think there's a good car in all of them. Christo's given a big shout out. Mark, great guy, and of course his dad, Big Dad, the big influence. He's the one who was dragging young Marky out here to the track. See, you were the kid. You were the offspring of the dad in the parts store. So you had a unique upbringing where, your dad has ran auto parts from day dot.
Yeah, we had the bumper-to-bumper shop here behind the corporate stand there in the 80s.
Marky had to learn the parts. Did you have to learn any of the part numbers as a young guy growing up?
Yeah, I still remember part numbers.
Holden water pump, Red Motor water pump.
I couldn't tell you that.
736, WP 736. Commodore ball joints, BJ 166. Commodore rear brake pads, E1385. Master cylinder. I nearly remember all of those ones there. Correct me if I'm wrong out there, parts nerds. But I can bring a few part numbers up myself, mate. I had a career in Repco, of course, in the early days. So I've had a parts upbringing, but you basically nearly born in the bumper to bumper.
I worked at AutoPro for probably 8-10 years, I guess. I'm not too sure.
You've done the hustle. You've done the parts hustle.
Yeah.
You've managed to shake hands with the trade and the any person that comes in over the counter, the retail people. A lot of them, of course, you've got to treat them like gods, but there's a few peanuts amongst them. Let's agree. I used to have a guy come in and he'd go, "Is that my price?" I said, "Well, that's what it says on the sticker, dude." Yeah.
Yeah, you mentioned your son today. He's working at Repco now.
Yes, retail manager.
Big, Hot Wheel, the Oswheel, the Hot Wheels collection.
Yes, the Oswheels collection.
So Daniel Rice is also a Repco
manager.
That's right.
Well, Ricey, I think, was even manager at Repco Inaugural, where my son is, and Dean McLennan still is.
Yeah, so Ricey's got a huge Hot Wheels collection. That's it, set up in his garage, mate, and it's all on display. And
I've got a decent one, and that's just because I've lined all my workshop downstairs in plywood, and you can screw into everything, but I've just put a million little screws in there, and I just hang every Hot Wheels up. But I don't just buy any old Hot Wheels. I buy the ones that would appreciate in value as a real car, not the fantasy cars. I'd rather be into the real stuff. JDM stuff I go nuts for. But yeah, no, that's an Auto Parts upbringing. Race Controller's calling us again for all finalists to the lanes, please. All finalists to the lanes if you can, please. Dave Reed's already done the sticker. The Mayor of Pump City. How good's old AI? How fast can you get artwork these days? The Mayor. Why not? We recommend we introduce you into the streams like this. Welcome back to Bump City Population. Everyone trying to get that turbo spooled. Your Mayor, Chris Diggles. Good citizens of Bump City. Now hear this. And how many times today did we have bump infringements, phantom ambers?
There's been a few today.
Yes. So let's just say the streets of Bump City are not paved in gold. The streets in Bump City are tricky, prickly, slimy, slippery streets. But when you do get to engage and you pull up and a fellow citizen's beside you, you're all getting each other's heads sometime, which I love. Hey, G-Bear, big shout out watching the call, G-Bear. We'd love to have you here, big fella, as well. And, of course, Danny with Buzzbridge with two whizzes. We know you'd come up here and slay us in OG again with that car. Dave Reed, thanks for all you guys do with the sport. Better place with you on it. Oh, look, absolutely, Dave. You as well. Right back at you, son. You and the other Dave. Dave Reed, Dave Hamilton, everyone in the Drag Photos family, Chairs, all of our great media people, just getting out there, getting some more coverage. Brandy this week, the last couple of days, just getting more stuff on, whether it's social media, just someone clicking on it and going to watch the footage, going to YouTube and watching it, whichever which way you're ingesting it, keep doing it. Keep promoting this sport the best way you can through your different medias. Mate, you know, and I got 1,000 podcasts in us over if we were ever to sit down and do it, but I'd much rather do a live call all day with you and see some of the best racing, throw in some content in between like we do, pace ourselves through to the end, and I'm saving it all up for the next dozen or so pairings for our worthy winners and runners-up of all of our categories. As we start to wind up, this is the sound of me slowly winding up for all finalists. That's for the people that still aren't in the lanes. For them, God, they're starting quick. Let's get to the lanes. Ladies and gentlemen, from the lawn of the White House, not quite. Not quite UFC Freedom 250. Did you see any of that hype about that UFC?
I'm a big UFC fan.
Mate, you know what? We were on a building site doing a big ducted rough in a Renault, and the builder went home and got a big projector sheet and a projector, and he obviously subscribed to it, and we were watching every fight on a work site with a massive projector screen filming every fight on the live stream all day. They didn't last too long into the second round, a lot of them there. And early in the day we turned up. Guess what they had on? They had the Soccer World Cup on. So I went in there and got my earplugs, put my earplugs in so I didn't have to listen to, this is what a soccer call sounds like. Chaposky, out there, running down the side there, that's Wiedersehen, kicking it back into Porosky, and nothing. Soccer, you run around kicking this thing around. They're on gazillions of dollars, these people kicking this little round ball around. And at the end of the day, sometimes it's 0-0. I mean, honestly, mate, if we had a whole day of Kenda and at the end of the day we go, no one won anything, you'd be looking for a refund, wouldn't you? Soccer's like that. Just the challenge of trying to get the ball into the net. Good luck. And thank you, Mr. Alan Righthart, for giving Mark what he thought was a few prickled digs into, those Americans beat those Aussies, huh? Well, Al, if I cared, yes, mate, it'd hurt. But it's rugby league, greatest game of all is what we grew up on. Steak, 4X heavy. Winnie Reds, not so much. And rugby league, greatest game of all, son.
I'm not as harsh as you. I do follow the World Cup for the soccer.
For soccer?
Just the World Cup.
Okay, good. I'm not judging you. I'm not judging
I've started getting into a little bit more soccer because of Welcome to Wrexham. I watched that documentary and...
Yeah, well, okay, that's the thing. That's all it takes for some of these sports to get the next million people.
Yeah, now I really enjoyed the documentary. And
well, I mean, Ryan Reynolds goes to show that dude's committed to soccer. Good luck.
We need that for drag racing, mate. We need that for drag racing.
He went a little bit backwards in my credibility books when... we actually need... I mean, what's the biggest star we've got in the world in our corner for drag racing? Coxie,
Do you remember
Barry
when
Hall. We've got Charlie Dix. We've got some
John
AFL
Force did the
players.
reality show with the family.
Yeah.
And that was really good, Driving Force. Obviously, it was unfortunate what happened with Medlin right in the
I mean, that would have
and-
put a stop to anything there.
Yeah.
And I just don't know. Like, somewhere along the line, yes, we've had our Street Outlaws, our No Prep Kings. We've had all of this big stuff go to cable television. The streaming platforms, I mean, really, where is it on a streaming platform where it really works? We ain't seen it yet. That's where it's going to come eventually. It's going to need the attention of the right producer to just see whether or not there is enough. But they need the drama. They need all of that.
It'd have to be like an engine shop, like 2 engine shops.
You'd have to. You'd have to. Ladies and gentlemen, please be standing for our finals. We start with Outlaw 315. In the far lane, from Queensland, Wade the Grinch Wagstaff. In the tower lane from Victoria, the quickest Outlaw Radial car certified in this country, John Ricker.
All right, I've got a fractured
Go on.
fibula, but I'm going to stand up. I'm going to stand
Well,
up.
I didn't mean for you to stand up, but anyway.
It's the final, mate. We've got to stand up.
All right, here we go. Where do you hedge your bets? Do they both stay glued? Does Wade red light again? I hope he doesn't. Does Ricker red light? I hope he doesn't.
Well,
Maximum respect for both teams. They pitted next to each other. Demands of the respect. We are at maximum respect in this sport from the beginning to the end. From the 3-second cars to the 7-second cars, it's respect and good racing. Bring your best game. I'm leaning towards the Queenslander. I've got to side with the local boy, but how can you dispute the prowess from Mr. John Ricker as a driver?
It's just professional.
The
It is a
crew,
professional
the
outfit.
brains trust both sides. Luke Marsden, of course, turning the spanners on the 57, and geez, the brains trust like you wouldn't believe. In Ricker's corner, 49 the last run for him. Who takes the $5,000 from Elite Race Parts and TSP Racing and Joel's Garage Gear? Oh, it's Ricker! It's Ricker! It's Ricker that red lights a 53 in the final! A 53 in the final. He red lights. I hope he wasn't going to do it. You talk about respect right back at your opponent. You talk about respect right back on the other side of the racetrack, and that's Ricker not underestimating Wade Wagstaff one little bit, and the cherry. 9.55 to the short time. 53 was going to be the percentage win that would have put his foot on the throat, but the cherry, Johnny Ricker, too sharp on the button, too quick, and it's Wade Wagstaff takes the 5 nicker, and Johnny takes the 1,000 runner-up. But folks, you cannot miss the trophy presentation because we've got to really celebrate Johnny's achievements. He said he was going to do, if there was one thing he could have at least done by coming to this Kenda, was to take that radial mark down a notch. Took it down to 5.0 there on the Thursday. Did it again today, and then the 49. I mean, I would have lost it more, but that was a 49. Folks, you've seen a 49 today. Well, you've got to admit that's some impressive gear today.
What I can tell you right there, he actually went faster on that pass than what he did on the 49. So that he went 216.3 mile an hour on the 349. He just went 216.9 mile an hour there. Yeah, and you just nailed it. He didn't take Wagstaff lightly.
No.
The reason he red lit is because he didn't want to miss the tree.
He didn't want to have a gap job on Wagstaff. He didn't want Wagstaff out on him, and that's the respect these guys give each other. Wow, what a final. How's it going to work here? That is Queensland versus Victoria matchup number 2.
We've already seen one upset in the first of our finals. Now we move into Outlaw 275, brought to us by the lovely folks over at Spot On Performance and Fabrication and RC Metalcraft.
Yeah, well, let's see how it goes here. I mean, this thing's been on a streak, but then so has Johnny Ricker today. Even though he started off with a couple of zings, he got it back with a 49 and a 50 and a 53 just then. Some of the quickest times we've ever seen in Australian radial racing in 2026 and beyond. Here's the barometer for the radial scene. We are sharper than ever, quicker than ever. Records are being set. Rick is going to have probably, what's that, at a 49? Probably a 49.
Well, it depends on the 1% backup,
Yeah,
so I'm not too sure. Yeah.
I mean, I imagine if it's a 49, the Australian...
Because it's a 350. When you're talking 1%, you're down to...
That's
300, so.
You're hundreds away from the world record. You know what I mean? That's what we are in Australia. We're as close as anything. Pazzo against O'Carroll. As much as I'm cheering for the Kraken, I want Pazzo to get a good run to the stripe as well and give the Kraken a real tentacle tickler. Twin turbo Hemi. Screw blowing Noonan. 275 on the back. Spot on performance and fabrication. And RC Metalcraft putting up the $3,000 win. 1,500 runner-up, mate. The best team win. Like the Pezzo. Oh, Pezzo's loose. O'Candle's down the straight. 86 to finish it. 212 mile an hour. Pezzo, look at that. 105 both sides at the 60. Look at that. 105.2. 105.2. Pazzo with the red light this time. 105.2 both sides of the racetrack. O'Candle's 084 off the button. 266 to the 330 mark. And a 386.5 at 212 mile an hour. That IHRA Outlaw 275 record will be around that 86.
It'll be whatever his quickest pass was, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a crazy run.
I think he went 85.
Yeah, I think it was 89, 87, 86,
yeah,
85, 86.
Unofficially, I would say the record would be set at 385 with a 9. And I think that speed in the final was his fastest of the day. 212 mile an hour.
212 out
that
the end
huge.
there. That's locking it up and banging the 5-speed through there. That's just
Makes
nuts.
me wonder what he could run on the 315s.
That's nuts. Absolutely. Well, don't tempt him. Of course he can. And remember, he's got some of that same brains trust that Johnny Ricker's using there, Paul Mahayat and everyone, to be able to maybe perhaps do it. And and isn't it good to see? And I saw him down there. I don't quite see whether he's down there now, but we've had Mr. Grantley Schloss back in the building again.
Was
of
he
course,
here?
Radial royalty here again, Grantley. And he's out there too somewhere. There's the man out there. Hey, mind you, from a distance, Brandy, you could be Grantley as well, Brandy. You know, there's a certain beard that you gentlemen carry. We could have 5 Grantley lookalikes out there, to be honest, can't we? So Grantley, of course, Radial royalty out there, taking it all in. And, of course, he's doing great things overseas with his program there. But I know he'd love to have another scrape back in this part of the world because the competition's just as fierce. Let's save a lot on airfares just to come and race here. But he is picking against the best 275 racers in the world doing it and doing a cracking job of it. Go, Aussie, go. You give me Soccer World Cup. Yeah, we got Grantley, mate. Hey? You know the budget of the... You know what the salary budget is for the Australian soccer team? It's probably pretty expensive, right? Probably millions of dollars. For a fraction of the cost, you can be a worldwide Australian legend under the salary cap. You know what I mean? Gazillions of dollars to play soccer, or an Aussie doing us proud on small ties in the United States. I'd love my Aussie pride to be a little bit more towards Mr. Grantley. Thanks, the Kingaroy kid. That's what I'd love to see. Go Aussie. That's the guy worth getting up in the morning at 3 a.m. to watch. Not a whole team of people I can't pronounce there. I don't know who they are. I'd rather be up at 3 to watch Grantley or something do that than the whole world of the Soccer World Cup. Just my opinion. But that is the final of Outlaw 275 done. The Outlaw 315 run. 2 cherries in a row, Mark. What does the rest of it give us?
I meant to write those down. I
Yeah,
forgot.
we've got to take a breath, take a Beck's cup of tea and lie down, Nelly.
I should write that for him.
You know what I should have done? I should have popped a Monster or an energy drink earlier in the day, mate. I honestly thought it was going to need to keep it. The adrenaline's kept me fired up all day, to be honest. And how good have these runs been?
And Johnny Ricker, wasn't it? He went red too.
Ricker went red. Pazzo went red.
Yeah, I got that.
105.2, both sides of the racetrack on the 60-foot. How pumping is it? How good is Kenda in 2026? We saw it in February. Here we are in June. The conditions just as tacky. The air, more horsepower than ever. Numbers in the 340s for 315, 380s for 275. 235, somewhere in there is a record today, somewhere. Whether it's now in the final, Jaden will have the last crack at a record here. He went a 35 in racing today too, did he not? Round 1? What did he do?
He went 35 with a 9. Then he went 449 and 445. Those round 2 and round 3 with pedals.
And Scotty went 36, and then we don't know what he did in the third round, did we?
Yeah, I didn't write down because it didn't matter.
So both guys have run 30s, 35 with the 9 and 36 with the 3. Where does it end up? Where does the 2:35 IHRA record end up after this run?
So Cortito went 35 with a 3 in qualifying. So he would have it at the moment with a 35 with a 3. I don't believe... yeah, so Sangi hasn't got quicker than the 35, and Cortino's 36 with a 3 backs up the 35 with a 3.
All right, what are we hearing out there? We're hearing that Mr. Nuts. That's what we're hearing. I'm not so certain now, mate. I wouldn't have given Mr. Nuts a chance 2 runs ago.
Mate, it's incredible. When you think that Randall Laurie wasn't out in Q1 or Q2, his first pass of the day was Q3, and it was abysmal. There's no denying that. There was issues there, and it's like, well, you wouldn't have given Laurie any sort of chance to make it through the final, but here he is, 3 from 3, taking on Jaden Sang, who went 4.35 with a 9 in round 1. Pedalled it in the last 2 rounds of racing, a couple of 440s. It's his race to lose, really, Jaden Sang.
I've refrained from saying that all day, Mark. I really have. I did.
I look at what's happened in the tail of the tape.
Yes,
There's the consistency, the performances in Jaden Sang's corner.
Yes.
But what we've just seen in the first 2 pairings here in our finals, the red lights have happened. Anything can happen. Laurie, if he wants to keep him honest, he went 470, which I'm pretty sure was a PB for the team by a bunch. They can improve on that PB, maybe dip into the 460, see what they found out in that last round of racing. Keep him honest, and maybe he makes a mistake.
Haltech 235 final, all Toowoomba. Mr. Nuts. Oh, he just goes. He had to grab the tyre. He's had to have a pedal as well. He's going to go 55 and take the win. Mr. Nuts goes in as runner-up, but it did the catch and grab. It did the same thing. It stopped the tyre, grabbed the tyre again. It went for a march after that. I'm sure they scrambled straight on after that when that thing got hooked back up, and that went for a huge climb towards the centre line, did Jaden. That power was back on, and that thing was on a march. He had to go pedal twice. That's why it was only a 55 at the end. But the win for Jaden Sang on the 235 takes home the Haltech $1,500. Randall takes the runner-up 500. Not handy for 3 runs today, Randall. That's handy.
Yeah,
that's all he's pretty much done in the car.
A big thank you to Haltech for that.
All right, well, we ain't done yet because now it's time for OG 315 final thanks to RLC Engine Reconditioning and Kaz Industries. $2,000 the win, 1,000 the runner-up. What a final. Timmy Cross, how good, boys? How good? How good?
Let's talk about how they got to the final. Barrett went 441, 453, 436 in round 3. Yeah. He had lane choice here in the final. Timmy Cross was a little bit more consistent. 442, 441, 445.
Now, this is
way to the final.
I've watched this car over many, many years to know this. When Timmy goes for 30s, it either sticks, does a wheelie, or might knock the tyre off. The car is pretty much about as engineered as a Cortina can go for radials, other than starting again from scratch, but this car's been together a long time. And what about Daniel Barrett? I mean, talk about the DNA. Both cars, get this. How's DNA? Let's go ancestry.com. That's a different .com. Both built by Profab. So 2 Profab cars right here. Joe Gauci, I know you're watching on the stream, mate, and we'll acknowledge you, mate, your prowess. Here they are, 2 Profab cars all these years later. Different owners on them right now. Timmy's had this for a while. Daniel Barrett, talk about a baptism of fire. You want to buy yourself a car that's a little out of your league performance-wise, i.e. you as a human need to upgrade to get used to driving a car of such performance. And here he is, 445, 443, 441, and then a 30. Timmy Cross, 441, 440. May the best car win, OG 315, and we're going to that city. You know what ChatGPT's all about, baby. You can yell it out yourself. I won't even yell it out. You kids yell it out. You tell me when the right time is, you yell it out. About now, if you want. Wait. Go. Oh, Timmy moves first. Here comes Barrett on the wheels of the air, but then here comes the Mustang, but it's Timmy. 39 beats a 38. 39 beats a 38 in the final. What a cracking final. Timmy Cross did it on a hole shot. Timmy needs a 30. He got it. Barrett a 38. What a race. 120 in the 60 for Tim. 115 in the 60. Get this, Mark Allen. 298 apiece at the 330. 298 at the 330. Locked together.
Man, that speed from Timmy Cross.
180 mile an hour. 180.
He brought it home.
Wow, that come home. What a win for Timmy Cross. What an epic OG 315 final. See what I mean? Every time. Diggs, turn it down. Diggs, you're too excited. Diggs, listen. This beats the hell out of soccer, mate. You see how those guys score.
We don't
what
need...
about those Brazilians score? Wow, goal! Goal!
Well, we don't need two of us screaming, so I'll bring the hype for the Riot.
Yeah. Timmy. Bring the hype for the Riot. You're going to have to, mate. It'll just happen organically. It'll happen naturally. Dale Gridley, and look, I've never predicted this is going to be the final today, folks. Normally we would think OG 275. We had too many contenders punching the right numbers in run after run, but then the most unlikely car, a 1,500 plus horsepower Barra-powered Cortina that has run low sevens at 200 mile an hour in the quarter, running 460s in OG 275. Dale Gridley, twin turbo big block in the Valiant, 2 finals in 2 Kendas this year for Gridley. He's got to get this thing in the stage. The bump thing has been, it doesn't beat the hell out of footy too much. Rugby league greatest game of all, but yeah, Kenda right there as far as adrenaline's concerned. Righto, I just don't know who's the favourite. Gridley's got to try to get the thing in because he had trouble bumping it in before. He's got it in now. Here comes Guy, lights the barrier up. We're in. Let's go. Oh, a little bit better than Gridley. Oh, double wheel stand for Guy King. It's Gridley. Gridley 66 to a 73. All I saw was more Corolla in the air. More wheel stands from the Corolla. Oh, what a race to the final. 311 to a 318 to the 330. Gridley solves the bump box blues from the last round and now. Guy King, first final ever. But that's not the last we'll hear of that Corolla because I think I've got him down on a list of different things to give him an award tonight. Anyway, Guy King, what a crazy OG 275 final. BRP Racing Transmission Coolers. Thank you. One of the most exciting categories we've got in Kenda. Absolutely off its head.
I can't add any more than what you've just said there, mate.
Well, Marky, I mean,
that's incredible.
You had enough, mate. You really
700 win margin there for Dale Gridley.
You had enough for us, mate.
The Corolla had the speed, mate. 162 mile an hour. So he had 4 mile an hour on him, but in the mid-track, Gridley just powered it.
Mate.
That KPM performance value, man, just came home strong.
This sending that we're seeing in the finals is just purely exquisite. We are in paradise right now, mate. We're in paradise right now. I suppose a soccer fan would get the same kick if it was 1-0 in a game, wouldn't it? It's the same buzz, isn't it? Not even comparable. This is the adrenaline stuff. Remember, guys build these cars. These are personal transportation, excitement machines for an individual, mate. It didn't take strength and conditioning coaches, player managers, worldwide infrastructure. A bloke in a garage puts a barra in a Cortina, gets the right advice, gets the thing built and tuned, races it like a lunatic. So does the bloke beside you. That's the stuff that you cannot put into any other form of sport and appreciate it.
I can definitely tell you that Kevy's a better tuner than he is footy player.
Oh, look, I don't know. He'd be crafty. He'd be crafty in his time, old Kevy Morden. All right, this is a great final. Now we're into our index classes. K525, thank you, Benny. Your Plumbing Solutions, 1,500 the win here, 750 the runner-up. Who goes closest to the magic 525 mark from Mount Barker, South Australia? Darren Mallison. A little part of me's rooting for the South Aussie. But, hey, Bailey Simpson, I've known the young bloke for a while there. He's a gun proven. So, hey, if you South Australian, we love you. You got to go past one of our guns, mate, to win it, Darren. May the best car win.
Mallison got quicker every pass, 34, 30, 27 in the third round. Simpson, 29, 27.
Oto's gone for the wall. He's gone for the wall, Mallison, and he goes Bailey 33. He's going to take it. Mallison goes for the wall. 0.25 at an 0.33 off the button. Reaction times. We're going to get a quick replay there as we survey the damage.
Yeah.
That thing left like on a mission. 131 on the back tyres. 0.33 for Mallison off the button. 0.25 for Bailey. 119 in the 60 for the hatchback. 5.33, a nice win for him. And Bailey Simpson wins the K525 category here today amongst some of the best competition we've ever seen. Brooke Shaw reckons it beats the hell out of footy too, but she's... Oh, yeah, look, I know Chris O that, he probably loves his soccer, but hey, Sano also loves Top Fuel, so go figure. Hey, what a great run, 0.25 off the button. Bailey Simpson was ready for his opposition, but can we get a quick replay there of Mallison? Because that was bringing the excitement there on that run. Hey, it's not like we haven't seen some chronic wheel standing today of the highest degree. I mean, honestly, haven't we what? Here's the final here, righto. So here's the K525 final. In we go, and Mallison just gets right up there, and off it goes towards the wall. And can't really fight it from there. You're not going to probably win the race from that, unless Bailey then just went like a 24. That'd be the only way Mallison could get it back, because he didn't scrape the wall. He was still within the confines.
Simpson rolled off the throttle, so he was down 10 mile an hour. So he definitely made sure he wasn't going too quick.
Yeah, that was a hella launch there from the Cortina with the big block Chev in it. But hey, the first final ever for Darren Mallison in Kenda, and I hope it's not the last. I hope we can eventually get back to the bend, get back to his home track. That's where I think, the seed gets sown. When you start doing events like this at other people's home tracks, they can follow you. It's happened. It's happened when we went to Benarabi. We got followed by guys like Pemberton and Kitching, and they went to different places. The same when we went to Palmyra, the same deal. Anywhere we go, these guys follow us, come and race with us, and we're blessed to have you with our presence. That's a big commitment. Like, honestly, if you were to measure, and there's 5 to 10 different ways you can measure the success of a drag racing event, if you can stand there and say you've got 100,000 people watching, everyone will kick themselves and go, what an amazing event. But if the racing was crap on race day, mate, that's 100,000 people you're wasting their time. You know what I mean? Do you judge it by
100%.
pack stands? Do you judge it by the side-by-side races that you see? Do you judge it by the mixture of scenarios that we see throughout the day? And then at the end of the day, look at yourself and go, hey, these are just recreational drag races that make it look like pros whenever they turn up in their street cars on steroids. That's the commitment that levels me every time with what we see here, is that this is cutting-edge drag racing in a form. It's a purely recreational form, but the formula works so well. It's so tight. How many races do we see? So tight. Then throw in this magic variety of power wheel stands, aborted runs, bump city.
Mate, it might be a recreation, but you think about the hours that you have to put into the shed to get these cars ready as well.
I know Johnny Rick is probably thinking, yes, it's a recreation. Yes, I love this for recreation. No, well, that's another fire burning.
He's probably got a couple of full-time crew members
I know,
as well.
I'm sure you need to. Cars like that, you would need to. The fire burns different for guys with big stuff like that. Yes, it's a recreation, but boy, that is a huge recreational.
I guess it's disposed on your disposable funds. So
well, I mean, that's it. Johnny's levelled himself up over the years with different equipment to where he now has himself what he wants, the baddest hot rod around, and that's still recreation somewhere in there. You got to say he gets the adrenaline rush from it, and he's got this fire burning in us like everyone else does. Bradley Lynch, Jason Sangan, all Holden final, all black Holden final. 550s for Sengi, 560s for Bradley Lynch. Let's have a go. Thank you to Simon O'Carroll Swimming Pools. The final of Renegade 5 Green. Oh, he's been left on. Brad Lynch is left on Sangi. Watch out, Sangi, for the 540. Sangi, no. 49 gives it back to Bradley Lynch. Oh, Sangi, he had to. He got squeezed. A hole shot to Brad Lynch. Wasn't much of a hole shot, but was enough to make Sengi think twice about lifting.
Well, the thing is, Sengi actually still crossed the finish line first by 500. So that's a big margin to still cross the finish line. So he definitely had room there to wash off some ET, but yeah, not enough.
That is a crazy, a little bit of an upset. He was our sort of favourite coming into round 3 with a 51. And then to do that, a 49 in the final, left on by Bradley Lynch. And the marbles, the chocolates, they'll be going to Brad this time over the more favoured on-form Sengi. Yeah, Dave Reed says, name one Kenda event that didn't deliver. Prove me wrong, mate. I've got a long memory. You like to forget when things are crap and you remember things when things are good, but when there's that much good that you can't even remember all the good, that's my answer there as well.
Well, I'm old now, so it's hard to remember everything.
Mate, I just got to just remember to,
it's good that
put
we had
my
the
shoes on before I leave the house.
It was good that Overtaken Lane put that replay on last night. Put it that way.
Oh, that really spruced us up. All right, here comes the final of Ruckus 580. Brought us by Spool Imports. It's an all-Ford final. Kurt Rowita, Mark Kleinert. Bumps it in. Watch out. Here we go. Clean green. He got a better reaction time. Kurt Rowita, but that Falcon's right beside him. No one's on the brakes. 580 to the stride. A 607 beats a 614. They both go off the boil in the name of safety, but it will be Kurt Rowita from Burpengary, the winner in the Spool Imports 580 Ruckus class winner.
I think they were both worried about going too quick.
Yep.
And they were both way
Didn't
off
want
ET.
to do it.
They were both washed off nearly 10 mile an hour there.
Didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, that's Ruckus. One more after Rumble. It's the Rumble 640 class now, brought to us by Adelaide Diverse Electrical, and thank you guys for that. So good to see that. This final will be a cracker as well in the 640 class. It's going to be Paul Allen, second final this year, and Bodie Newcomb. So Paul from Hillcrest, Bodie, I think somewhere on the north side. Dad Dave Newcomb here as well. So Bodie, how about this? The kid gets a bit of heads-up Pro Tree action just like Dad did in Pro Stock all those years ago. 640, the final, may the best winner win. 632 cubes for the Camaro. He's been second final of the year. Here we go.
Only 18,000.
Oh, two bulbs.
Alan almost went through. He was...
Two bulbs. Bodie just paying a little bit more respect to the tree. Let's go. Oh, red light to who? Paul Allen. It was that big double bulb. 039 for Bodie. Bodie Newcomb, watch out for the 42 in the final as well. Bodie Newcomb, a new winner in the winner's circle. A young gun in Rumble comes in again. We had Jesse early on this year, and Paul Allen's now being defeated by two young people this year. Poor Paul.
He only went red by 8 thousandths of a second. Yeah, but you're right. That's one thing you got to be careful with, because he really was moving at what I would say a fast rate to get into stage.
Right
he was right in, bang. I don't know if he meant to do that.
I know. Sometimes respect the staging system for what it is, because you can live and die by that very millimetre that you've overdone it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, just when we think we've had enough young gun for one night, there's one more final to be had, and this is the Rebel 700, thanks to 60-foot Inc. on debut. His first ever Kenda as a young adult. I mean, the young Seth, I've known him since he's a kid. Now here he is, got the licence, and he's able to run the spot-on work Hilux with the LS on it. Tim Morton, well, this thing's Barra-powered with a turbo on a blower, and this thing is a machine as well. He's been in the 7.0 zone, Seth in the 7.1 zones. Heads up, Pro Tree, clean green, little bit better record. Tim Morton's got a better one. Mate, you can't really beat Timmy Morton in a situation like this, or can you? Oh, what a final. 707 beats a 716. Seth Lansdowne's first ever final. First ever runner-up. Kenda Chet coming for that young kid, and I'm proud as punch. And 707 for Tim Morton. Is that 2 wins in the year so far for Tim?
Timmy, I think he's leading the championship. So,
well, I mean, that's the only guy that's kind of, I mean, Gridley 2 finals this year as well, but O'Candle's 2 finals this year as well. But how about Tim Morton? 707 beats young Seth Lansdowne in his very first final. Hey, folks, make sure you stick around. If you are going home, be safe. See you again. Keep your eyes on everything. Subscribe to the IDRP YouTube channel, Overtaking Lane, and everything else. Check out Kenda 660. Buy Kenda tyres when you next need them for your vehicles or trailers. Make sure you do that. We've got our trophy presentations, all of our awards. Thank God we scribbled a few things here, Mark. We've still got to go through them all. Got to thank all of our great supporters, Race Products, IHRA Australia, Online Motorsports, Garage Night Wheels, Horsepower Solutions, 60-foot Inc. and On Point Media Solutions, Who's Your Tyre Australia, IDRP Group, VP Racing Fuels, 60-foot Inc., Adelaide Diverse Electrical, Spool Imports, Simon O'Carroll Swimming Pools, Your Plumbing Solutions, BRP Transmission Racing Coolers, get that wrong every time, RLC Engine Reconditioning, Kaz Industries, Haltech, RC Metalcraft, Spot On Performance, Joel's Garage Gear, TSP Racing, Elite Race Parts, Six Boost, Power Management Solutions, Diverse Project Group, Trim SQ, Performance Wholesale, Bolt King, Pure Bliss Beauty Bar, Platz's Auto Electrics, Dynamic Performance Industries, brand new sponsor as well, and of course RCE. There it is on our big screen. Thank you for the live stream, because guess what? So many more people got affected and addicted to Kenda today, I am sure. Good night to all watching on the stream, and trophies and everything going to be had down, of course, at the Kenda tent. Be there or be square. And, mate, wrapped up by 9:27 on a Saturday night, mate. High five. Don't get injured, me doing that. Don't hurt yourself. And we're going to do all of our great trophy presentations down the back there at the Kenda tent in the next few minutes, plus whatever. Attention to all competitors for the most consistent. Attention all competitors for the most consistent. Can you please take your time slips for us down there? You don't have to go there straight away. We will pull another call out when we're down near the Kenda tent. Any races that reckon you've got 3 time slips in racing, close together in ET, Mark, you'll have to just use your brilliant brain one more time tonight and crunch that most tightest package to win that voucher. We've just about got most of the other information here, and we'll be rattling through that to get to those awards very, very soon. But, mate, what a day, what a pleasure, what a gift. This sport continues to deliver it, no matter whether it's the Winter Nationals, whether it's Kenda, whether it's Jambo, whether it's All-Stars, whether it's everything else we do down the mighty, hallowed Willowbank Raceway. You got to admit, what another day that continues to develop.
I've got nothing to add to that, mate. It's
well,
perfect.
Mate,
You've said it perfectly.
Mate, I mean...
You took all the good words away from me.
I'm sorry, mate. I mean, that's my problem. I'm sorry. I should learn to give you more words to express
I accept your apology.
Oh, well, mate, I also like that. And then when you get a chance, you pop out some stuff that we can go on with. And that's why I think you and I flow so well. The stream shows it when we watch it back, that chemistry works, mate. We've just now got to find the replacement for myself for Riot that you and him can bounce,
do we need
whoever
people
they
send
be.
audition tapes or
We
something?
might have to.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a good idea. Test your Kenda knowledge.
We want to see you.
Test your Kenda knowledge. We need a subby. We need the ultimate player off the bench to be part of the Kenda commentary team.
Just throw up the live stream.
Riot.
Throw up the live stream from today. Put it on mute. We want to hear you call the race.
Oh, good idea.
There you
Great
go.
idea.
Yeah.
That's got legs. Let's look at that in the next couple of weeks, and then we'll go from there. I mean, I'd love to shortlist, but it's not up to me. It's up to Juzza and Lauren to probably work it out. But I mean, it's still breaking my heart to think this will be the first time forever I think I've been away from the Radial family.
Yeah, the only time I called it Kenda was up in Mackay without you.
I'm sure I'll be in the corner at Sydney Motorsport Park crying my eyes out in front of another group of Japanese time attack enthusiasts like last time. What's happening? I was just not himself today, Diggs. It might be the worst call I ever make down there. Let's see. Oh,
right, that brings it close. Big thank you to all of our volunteers as well here today.
All right. Well, let's get down to trophies and celebrate. That's a good question. Here's a question. Most consistent, can one slip be too fast for the class? Asking for a mate. It's consistent. Doesn't mean to be legal. It's not no ramifications on a run. It's showing you consistency.
No, it's just most consistent card. So as long as it's three time cards from racing.
We'll accept that.
If your time card is before, I think it was 2 o'clock we started racing round, I'll know.
And you know what? If anyone out there reckons they've got a better reaction time than 003, come and see us
that was the best reaction time in racing.
I think it was too.
Yeah.
So we're going to gather all of our information, our data, and we're going to see you down at the trophy presentation. And sometimes between there and then, quick toilet break, a little refreshment, and we'll be back. But thank you for watching on the stream. We're going to go live to the PA for trophies as soon as we can. Thanks. Be safe. See you soon. Check 1, 2, check 1, 2. That works good for now. Let's see how long it lasts. Let's check the range down near the Kenda tent.